Everybody, welcome back. 34 wins in a row. We're going for 35. 7 times 5. That's 35. You ever consider that? Makes you think. Canny. QE4E. This is actually one of those starts where like you get a little shiver up your spine right at the start, but then you look at the stats, you're like, dude, decent damage. I might even say good damage. I'm like, my threshold to call damage good now is like, if it's over 3. I'm like, 2.95, ew! 3.03, oh, yo, this run's got a chance. But really, like, the meat of this run is that rate of fire stat. 8 rate of fire. You can do a lot of damage with that. Placebo is essentially... It's high risk, potentially high reward. Because if you get like a tears up pill, you're pretty slow. We might as well try it once. Are you a wizard? Fantastic. You'd love to see it. That's really going to move the needle for us on this run. But if you get balls of steel, if you get tears up, if you get health up, if you get luck up, if you get telepills, there's a chance. But might as well try. Okay, I super can live with this. I will use 2 bombs. And my 1 key. That turned out way better than I could have expected. I think the next step is you go extremely hard on this donation machine if there is one. What is happening? It's just a shop with 1 item. I still want, if possible, the chance for an arcade on our next floor. Wooden nickel. Straight up, I just prefer it. I hate to say it, but I think that normally you use this like exclusively on a greed run. Here, I think it makes a lot of sense. That's pretty nice too, dude. It makes a lot of sense because our other item is garbage, but not garbage. Not garbage. You just, you know, you don't know if it's ever gonna not be garbage, is what I'm saying. Yo, quarter? It is a quarter. So financially, we're loving life right now. All right. And here's an example of doing the little things right early. It's only 1 penny maybe, but let's get in there. Yeah, you get a few more pennies. Nothing else, but that's A-okay. A lot of bombs to do some damage on the next floor. To do your dirty work. Oh, yeah. Alright, we don't need to go down that road yet again. Hold on, I think maybe we got the second secret room here. In that case, I think maybe we have a second secret room here or here. Dude, I love having golden bombs on the first floor. Like, this is just absurd. It's outrageous, the amount of value we're getting out of this here. Now, an angel statue is not... It's worth more than nothing. Because it does mean if our first deal with the... Oh, my Lanta. If our first deal with the devil sucks, or rather even has, like, you know, Krampus, we won't be at that 50-50. We'll be at, like, a 2/3 angel, 1/3 non-angel, 1/3 devil deal. Which is usually, like... I relish the opportunity to have angel deals now and then when, you know, we don't really get an opportunity to have them all that often. Really? Matchbook? I'll open it. This floor's been so good to us. Why not keep it going? Yeah, 2 cents. Okay. Alright. So, where do we want to go? I think we want to play this to try to get a key. Full stop, you're getting blown up. I accidentally hit E on that one. I'll just level with you. I pressed the button. It was me. I did so accidentally. Just give me a key, dude. So I'll play you until I get down to about 40 cents, and then I think, you know, life is short. I'm hoping we're going to get a key no matter what. There is no worse deal in these games than this son of a gun right here. I don't even like Rainbow Worm. What a waste of our precious resources. Now, if you're asking me how I feel about that room, I think that room's a little cruel. The number one thing I'd love to see right now is like number 2. Or Pyro. I mean, actually, the number one thing I'd love to see is like, you know, Mom's Knife. Incubus. Actually, Succubus even maybe would be a little bit better, but we're getting academic. The number one thing we want to see within reason on an item room is like some way to either up our damage or circumvent the need for damage temporarily via having more bombs. So, actually, the number one thing we want to see right now is a key. Preferably 2 keys, but I would settle for 1 key as well. And our deal with the devil really sets the tone for the way the rest of this run's gonna go. Are we gonna ball out of control with Brimstone Mom's Knife? Are we gonna walk into enemies because we feel like we're in a false sense of security right now? Are we gonna, you know, hit the flooded caves next and be a little bit underpowered and have to start to play, you know, to survive rather than to thrive? I don't know, man. I don't know the answer to these questions. You're getting very cerebral on me here for no reason. What is happening? It's very wild. Sure. Sure, I'll take them. Thanks for holding them for me. Thanks. My badges. My badges. Thanks for holding them. Okay. Shop. It's a library. I was literally about to say, please don't be a library. There it is. Now, one of those items is probably worth stepping on spikes for. We just don't know what yet. And if we could just... I mean, the dream would be to get the ability to fly from the shop. Or from the devil deal. Gotta check. If we could get the ability to fly, we could pick up all those books. And really, like... Okay, that's fantastic. You don't need me to tell you, I don't really care for wooden nickel in this context when we already have 60 cents. That's also amazing. So I would now amend my earlier statement. I'll recant it and say, this floor has been pretty good for us. I still would not mind getting a little... I'll get another key so we can go to the shop. Of course, we do have 60 cents. Wouldn't mind getting a deal with the devil that gave us the ability to fly so we could pick up some of those books without taking damage, but we don't... They've been pretty good to us. You think? No. No chance for a secret room there. If we have to let one shop go, we have to let one shop go. Our damage is just out of this world. Off the planet. Isn't he gonna freeze himself? And Little Horn will not put a stop to that. So it's still Sunday. It really is still Sunday. It's early Sunday afternoon. Let's put it that way. Obviously, you know, it must be really early Sunday afternoon because I stream 1 to 4. I like having the opportunity to get some good momentum going here in Isaac early. You know, my weeks have become quite full. Just due to recording a lot of stuff, and we definitely do want that. Having the opportunity to, you know, really eke out some Isaac time is nice, you know? I don't always get a chance anymore to do like 7 Isaac episodes in a single day and then be done for the week. I think we're gonna leave. And I know you're gonna be like, why would you leave with wooden nickel? Most of the time, I would say Book of Sin is worth a spirit heart, but is it worth 1/3 of your HP? If you live, the answer is probably yes. Maybe even definitely yes. But for now, I'm unwilling to take that risk. Really, though, we should be, by being a little more conservative now, not a good look for us on that one. By being a little bit more conservative now, we should be more open to taking risks later because, you know, we got Dark Bum working out in our favor here. Okay, so this floor, I look at this floor as like, we're already going to the moon, okay? We got the SpaceX rocket locked and loaded. Bob and Doug are in those weird Prometheus spacesuits that I say are weird, but maybe, like, I don't know. I'm not a spaceship, or I'm not a spacesuit designer. Maybe they're better than the ones that I'm more familiar with, and the ones that are more familiar with just seem like the normal for me because that's what I'm used to seeing growing up in like Apollo 13 and stuff like that. Are we going to the moon? Which is nice, but, you know, been there, done that. Or are we gonna be like, sorry, Elon, we're taking this son of a gun to friggin' Mars. That's what this floor is gonna determine for us. Right now, we're going to the moon. You know, we're doing a... It's the operation as we drew it up. But we're not too far away. Like, we're talking with the comms off. We're going, you know... Hey, you want to take this son of a gun to Mars and just let... You want to just fly to Mars and be legends? And they're like, ha ha ha, no, unless. We like it. Trinket Smelter is just better. And then we will get Deep Pockets as well. And I think we'll just buy the card because we can afford it. So we don't have any trinkets yet. But you know. So we're still going to the moon. Let's leave it at that. For now, we're just going to the moon. But man, Mars is just lurking over the horizon. And it's going like, you know, don't be shy. The weather's, well, inhospitable and cold and barren. And you know what screws me up, dude? Why is Mars cold? It's red. Haven't they ever looked at, like, you know, a thermometer? Wait, what is this bit? This bit is like I'm pretending to be the kind of idiot that thinks all red things are hot. But I'm just saying, if you looked at like a curry and it was red, you'd be like, oh, I bet that's spicy. If you looked at a curry and it was blue, you'd be like, what the heck did they put in that curry? Y'all know how it is. He do be saying it though. I'm just saying, Mercury, hot. Venus, hot. Earth, cool. Mars, should be hot. Jupiter, I don't know. Orange, that's a weird one. You guys ever think Saturn gets too much credit? I think about this now and then. Saturn is like every kid's favorite planet. Why? Because it has rings. So what? A lot of planets, in my opinion, they don't get the respect they deserve. I'll just say it. I don't think... Mercury, I think, is an underappreciated planet. It's small. It's hot. People forget about it because it was, like, named first. You know, it's like I give you a list of 9 things. And I go, which one's your favorite? You're probably not going to say the first one. You're going to be like, that one you said third last. Okay. This was a debatable choice. But I stand by it. Because it worked. We're going some places commentarily here. All I'm saying is none of y'all cared about Pluto till it was made not a planet. And then I freaking love science.facebook/com. All of a sudden everybody's like, justice for Pluto. Oh, my childhood. Childhood ruined. Just a trinket, please. Trinkets and baubles. I'm excited for this week of content. I'm excited we got some... good stuff happening. I didn't mention it yet, but I mean, mostly because this is probably now, you know, it's been going up for 4 or 5 days. But Malf and I recorded some more Super Mega Baseball 3. We are indeed doing a new series, or a new season, I should say, with the streamers. So I'm really excited. I know people are going to react to that. That's never going to be a series that's going to, like, you know, get 500,000 views per video. Unlike, wait a minute, unlike nothing I make. Hold on. Perks, that's fine. And that's a full charge we have nothing to do with, but I know, like, the people that... There's enough of an appetite for Super Mega Baseball based on 2 weeks of the Golden Goblet that people are going to be, like, in love with it in the future as well. People who like that series love it, so I'm happy to make it. Honestly, that's probably the most controversial devil deal I've had in a long time. Sack Altar was an easy choice for me. I don't want to lose Dark Bomb. And then Death's List was a slightly harder choice, but not really that hard. Losing 1 HP is not a big deal in the least right now. However, we rarely really use Death's List properly. And you might say, well, that's like an error between keyboard and screen, right? Keyboard and chair, I should say. I'm also like, if it doesn't do anything for you, then who cares? You know, if it doesn't actually give you enough to justify using it, then I'm kind of torn on whether or not it's worth it. I will say I would love a trinket. Speaking of doing nothing for us, trinket smelter's still hanging out, just waiting. Oh, but when we get something good and we press the space bar, oh baby, it's all gonna come together. Dank Depths 1. I think we're gonna world card, and then you know what? We just got a trinket, and it's a trinket of some use. So really, I'm not going to lie to you. The reason we world card here is because there is an outside chance we could make boss rush come to fruition. We're about a minute behind, but we got great stats. And really, you know, I can't help but notice that I very, very rarely actually make it to boss rush these days. And my win rate is like as high as it's ever been. And you might say that's not true. You know, there's a time you had like a 135 streak or whatever. Yeah, but like that 135 streak was surrounded by a bunch of like, you know, win 2, lose 1, win 2, lose 1, win 1, lose 1, lose 2, win 3, lose 1, etc., etc. We really like, I don't know if I've had a run in Isaac as, and it's not as exciting as getting a huge streak, for sure, which is why we're trying to get a huge streak, but I don't know if I've had a run. What is happening? Have I really not maxed out our donation machine? Am I moving the needle in the wrong direction on that? But I don't think I've had a run of form this good in Isaac ever. Full stop. I've had brief bursts of inspiration that were close, I think, but in terms of like holding it together for, I don't know, we're looking at like 6 months now. This is unusual. In the best way possible. Don't think we... Well, I was going to say don't think we need to smelt. I think you could be a little bit more hardline with your reaction there. We do not need to smelt. That won't be necessary. I just had the weirdest, like, feeling of deja vu as well. I'm looking at this and I'm like, Smelter, Guppy's Paw, like, this is a run that dies. Like, I think in one of the multiverses, in one of the Doctor Strange universes, you know, that from the events of Endgame that didn't happen, this one is already lost. So just smarten up. You know, you got Dark Bum. That's an enormous HP enabler for you. If you could just get Dark Bum to really stack up enough HP for you to be steady, you're in a good spot. So actually getting, like, Little Chad or something like that would be really nice, as it often is. This is not going to give us Little Chad. We'll stomp you. Did you not take damage from the stomp? Am I losing my mind? I feel like I'm losing my mind. Okay, not particularly important right now. You know, I think that's a newbie trap, or maybe it's even an intermediate trap right there. We don't need more damage as much as we need more HP. Our HP is of the most critical importance you could ever expect. There we go. Sir, it's right here. You got something for me. You got something for me. We're gonna not use... Thank you. We're gonna not use the stars card right away, because there is a chance, albeit small, that we will be able to get to our boss rush and then teleport out. I wouldn't even say it's small. I'm sorry to talk so much Isaac, by the way. This is a run that's just... We've dipped in and out of the banter zone. That's not great. We're temporarily out of the banter zone. We long to return to the banter zone. I mean, we may well. We may well. But the most important thing is making sure we're doing right by us. And you know what? Part of doing right by us, in my opinion, Oh, dude. Pop power pill. We don't need to do it. We don't need to do it. I was gonna use the stars card to save us half a spirit heart. Now I think we're not gonna make boss rush. Just too many dead ends in a row. That's okay. I mean, to thine own self be true. And I've said this about myself on myriad occasion. When I go to boss rush, what usually happens is I look at it and I go, a good item? That's not good enough. You know, I'm really waiting for like, so you see some of the best items in the game and still go like, that's not for me. Now, I will say, with the familiars we have now, you could probably persuade me to take Sack Altar. let's donate some money. I feel like the shop is mad at me. I've done wrong by the shop recently, apparently. So just take it all, dude. I appreciate it. I think I still took more than I gave back, but at least we did give back. Dark Bum? Dark Bum needs its own speed upgrade. And also, like a good upgrade so that it stops giving me spiders. Ideally. Everything's fine. 37% chance for a deal with the devil. That feels wrong. Because in my head, I'm like, we haven't taken a devil deal in a long time. But yeah, that's because we haven't taken a devil deal in a long time. They've been showing up. You're really... I was going to say you're going to hit me twice. Let's take some responsibility. We got hit twice. Okay, we'd love to still have the chance. I don't think it's going to work. It's not gonna work, let it go. Let it go. No reason to take damage to get a boss rush that doesn't exist anymore. Only off by a couple of seconds. Alright. Okay, so we're in coast territory. You don't take your foot off the gas, because that's not how that metaphor works. But what you do is, you know, you don't have to redline. You know, you don't have to put your... Every metaphor... This is why when people use idioms or metaphors as, like, you know, truth... I always encourage people to just think, like, independently about what each metaphor means or what each idiom means. You know, like, sometimes people will quote, like, you know, 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and I took the one less traveled by. Okay. You know, that's great. You get a unique experience. Or maybe you fall down an unmarked trail and, you know, break your spine in a gorge somewhere. There's 2 different ways. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying it's not always great to take the road less traveled by. Most people, when they choose to go somewhere, take the highway, because it's the fastest way to get there by car. You're entitled if you think you're more special than that. Maybe you're too good for the highway. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Mr. Eisenhower. Sure, take the road less traveled by. Instead of taking the 401, you could take, you know, Highway 5. More power to you, but also, we ain't waiting for you to get to the restaurant before we place our orders for Appy Hour, okay? You should have taken the Queensway. Instead, you thought it would be cool to get... It's the... Now I'm going off. So say I have a friend, well, an acquaintance who I would say has taken the road less traveled by in life. And I think he's happy with it. But that doesn't mean he's above some light fun poking. A little light derision. Never hurt anybody. I laughed one time. He was in college, and he's going to college on the West Coast, and we lived in Ontario. So it's like almost the entire width of Canada apart, right? And I was like, how are you getting home after the Christmas break is done? He's like, I'm taking the train. To take the train... from Canada, like across Canada, is the same cost, oftentimes even more expensive than flying. And it takes 7 times longer. And I'm not going to deny that there's not some beautiful stuff. But if you have the romantic notion of, like, we're going to see the country and it's going to be cool and blah, 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 there's, like, a really great stretch between Alberta and British Columbia, where you go through the Rockies, and, you know, it's majestic, admittedly. And then there's, like, a lot of downtime in Ontario. And I like Ontario. I grew up there. I've got, you know, fond memories, and there are beautiful parts of it for sure. But simultaneously, there's also parts of Ontario that are like, I don't want to say like uninteresting, but just kind of on a train, you're just driving through like town after town, and you're like, there's forests. Nobody is like anti-forest, but like at the same time, I think you're discounting some of the beauty of the air travel as well, you know, the clouds and the in-flight movies and the so-ons. This run's starting to get close to... Well, it's like it's not a run to be afraid of, but it's a run where you're kind of like, come on, give me the jolt, dude. Give me the jolt. We're ready to go. We've done our part. The time is now. Please take us to the next level. Give us this 100% deal with the devil chance and make it count. Not a great bit of damage for me, but in my defense, our speed is pretty low. And you're gonna laugh when you look at my damage stats, but our speed is pretty low, but also our DPS is not amazing. It's pretty great. Oh, thank you. But it's not amazing. We got some deficiencies that I'm hoping this deal with the devil will take care of for us. I don't know what it is, but I've got like a little, like a soul stone. I've got one of the infinity stones in my head right now, but it's like the indecision stone. It's the anxiety stone. That feels that this run is not as powerful. It's a run of deception. It's oh, never mind, it's good. We're definitely gonna take Brimstone. Just trying to see if we can eke out one more advantage. I don't even know what this thing does, dude. I'm not even supposed to be here. No HP. So just go a little deeper on it. No. That's where you stop. That's where you stop. You tried. You got Brimstone. You got the win on your stick right now. Now just don't mess with it. Just don't mess with it. Sorry, I'm eating a strawberry. No. So this run should be completely set. But we really can't use that as an opportunity to get lazy. Because the thing that we require for this run to be set is like just the occasional spirit heart. What I'm hoping is that it, you know, having Dark Bum means that you should get more than the occasional spirit heart. I don't think Dark Bum has done a bad job by our standards so far, but, you know, certainly I'm not as HP rich as I thought I would be. I mean, okay, I'm just throwing it out there. We blew up 4 Blue Fires and got no Spirit Hearts. And then we blew up a Tinted Rock and got no Spirit Hearts. Isaac, what happened, okay? You've redeemed yourself by making the floor so short. But what happened? Like, that's not the way that this used to work, you know? You used to be so generous. But you didn't have to cut me off. Screw up the drop tables to kill the streamer. Now you're just some troll engine that I used to know. Some troll. Oh, I didn't even pick up the sack, dude. Okay. Yeah? No. Okay. It's more delicate than I'd like to admit. I think this is, you know, last run I called it out. We had a run that was more powerful than it looked like. It looked like it was bad, and I could have easily been the guy that's like, oh, I don't know, guys, this one looks pretty tough. Instead, because just the kind of content creator I am, I told it like it was. I was like, you know, this looks bad, but it's actually great. Or pretty good, at least. This one, I'm like the opposite. It looks amazing, but it's merely pretty good. I'm not saying it's Well, it's merely great. I'm not saying it's cause for alarm, but it is, in my opinion, cause for concern. Two different things. We're never going to use Mr. Boom. I think we're actually safer not having Mr. Boom, even if it means we have a useless spacebar item. Now, Mr. Mega, keep it rockin' and sing. Ooh. You know that one? Shaggy. Ooh, boy, I love you so. Never, ever, ever gonna let you go. Once I get my hands on you. And then halfway through the you, Shaggy comes in and goes, love me, love me, love me. And I'm not going to say what he says next, because they can play it on the radio in the year 2000. But if you say it on YouTube, you'll get demonetized. If you had to guess, how old do you think Shaggy is? I just, you know, he was very popular when I was in, like, 7th grade. And he's been around a while, don't get me wrong, but I just can't picture, like, anything less than a 45-year-old man doing Shaggy's verse on it, or Shaggy's everything on It Wasn't Me. You know what I mean? Like, because in the song he's framed as this, like, you know, he's the old mentor. If I found out that Shaggy was, like, 28 when they recorded that, it would honestly break a little bit of my worldview. I would live the rest of my life knowing I can never be as confident in things as I once was. That's how you know we're good now. I didn't even take the half spear at heart. I would say that's not an example of doing the little things right, no. Things came together on this run. It turns out I was wrong. It's amazing, and we're okay. We will get that. We'll go back for that. Like, I don't know how old Shaggy is. If you told me Shaggy was 51, I would be like, sounds right. If you told me he was 60, I would be like, sure, I believe you. If you told me he was 43, I would be like, get out of here, man. No, I don't buy it. I don't buy it, dude. Come on. You're telling me he was 26 when Angel came out? I don't see it. I just don't see it. I'm sorry to tell you. Sorry to this man. He could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. I don't know who this man is. Man, Dry Baby's working overtime. It's putting like a loading screen into the level, into the game. All right, we did it. Okay, that's 35 wins in a row. And honestly, for all of my belly aching, it came out just fine. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Please do. So you watched all 32 minutes and 43 seconds. I'm going to assume you enjoyed it. Click the like button. It helps me out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I'll be in the comments soaking up dopamine. I'll see you next time. See ya!